It started with Amir's hand on mine, a gentle squeeze, almost like a question. I didn't pull away. He leaned in, his voice low, asking if I was happy. I didn't answer directly. My silence was enough. That's when things took a turn I never could have predicted. Saad suddenly stood, stretched, and walked around behind the couch, out of my view. A moment later, he reappeared, on my other side. The energy shifted, and before I knew it, they'd silently switched places. Now Saad was the one beside me, his presence heavier, more intense. At first, I thought it was some kind of joke between them, but the look in Saad's eyes told me otherwise. He reached for my hand, his touch firmer, more assured than Amir's. My breath hitched. The change was dizzying. Two completely different energies, two different men, both focused entirely on me while my husband slept just a few feet away. It was reckless. It was wrong. And yet I didn't stop it. The loneliness I'd been carrying for months, the quiet ache of being unseen, seemed to dissolve under their attention. Saad leaned closer, his words barely above a whisper. "You deserve more than this," he murmured, his gaze flicking toward my sleeping husband. Minutes passed like seconds. I found myself caught in a dangerous game, one where glances, touches, and the thrill of secrecy made my head spin. And just when I thought it couldn't get riskier, they switched again, Amir sliding back into place beside me, picking up the conversation as if nothing had happened. The rest of the night was a blur. I remember the match ending, Fahad waking briefly to mumble goodnight, and the friends eventually leaving. But the real ending didn't come until I was lying in bed beside my husband, staring at the ceiling, my heart still pounding. Guilt settled over me in waves, but so did something else, confusion. I hadn't crossed the line completely, yet in many ways, I'd gone further than I ever imagined I would. The memory of their eyes, their subtle coordination. I never thought my marriage would come to this. My husband, Fahad, and I had been together for 8 years. We'd been through our share of highs and lows, but I always believed our bond was strong enough to survive anything. Lately, though, things had changed. He worked late almost every night, and when he was home, he'd be on his phone or sleeping. I felt like a ghost in my own marriage. It all started one Friday evening. Fahad had invited 2 of his old college friends, Amir and Saad, over to watch a late-night cricket match. I didn't think much of it. After all, they'd been close for years. I busied myself making snacks, keeping the living room warm and lively while the 3 of them caught up over drinks. As the night wore on, Fahad started to get drowsy. By midnight, he was lying back on the couch, his eyes half closed. The match was still going, but his head tilted to the side, and soon he was snoring softly. Amir and Saad exchanged amused looks that I was about to excuse myself to go to bed when Amir stopped me. "Hey, don't leave us yet," he said with a grin. "It's been forever since we all talked." His tone was casual, but the way his eyes lingered on me made me uneasy and curious. I sat back down, keeping my voice light. We chatted for a while, the conversation drifting into more personal territory. Amir asked about my hobbies, my routine, even my feelings about Fahad working late so often. Saad was quieter, but his gaze never left me. I could feel tension building in the room, something unspoken crackling between us. Then Amir did something bold. He slid a little closer to me, his arm brushing mine. Fahad was still asleep, oblivious, just a few feet away. My heart raced. Part of me wanted to stand up and walk away, but another part, the part that had been starved for attention, didn't move.